What's going on, guys? Eel Dragon here. Welcome back for more Dead by Daylight, and there he is. Springtrap is in Dead by Daylight. Now, a quick warning for the video, it's not going to look the best, and that is because, of course, I am a console player, both with editing my videos here, and then playing Dead by Daylight on console, and so I was lucky to have a friend help me out and let me record their perspective just for a little bit, a very small clip as they were busy and had to go do other things. So thank you so much, Krusty, for helping me out there. I was able to record through Discord their perspective of playing the game. So like I said, if it looks bad, that is entirely on me and my recording. And also there is no audio either. Of course, the audio bugged out because I am recording through a share screen on Discord. So again, it's going to look very choppy, very strange, and that's, again, entirely on me. But we wanted to show Springtrap. I really wanted to get this video out and talk about what I got right and what I got wrong and just the collab as a whole. So really quick, I think we're just going to jump into the power. Pretty much Springtrap was talked about in a podcast, and I saw an article clip. Pretty much it was real that Springtrap would be anything you want. You want stealth, you want map traversability, you want an M1 killer, you want a looping killer, you want a range killer. That's Springtrap to the letter. Pretty much what he does is there are doors that spawn around the map that have security cameras on top. When you're a survivor, you can look through the camera to see, look around the map and whatnot, and you can look for Springtrap. If you spot Springtrap and linger on him a little bit long, he gets revealed to not just you, but all your other survivor friends for a limited time. But the bigger thing is the survivors and killer, Springtrap, can go through these security doors and do a little animation of going through this room. I'm not quite sure what happens if you go through the room at the same time as a survivor. I think they might either get injured or grabbed. I'm not sure. Like I said, we had a very small, 10-minute playtime window, so we didn't get to test that out at all. Especially against bots, it's kind of hard to, test that out properly. But again, you walk through this little room when you teleport, and you just go to a different room across the map. So it's very, very unique and very, very cool. Springtrap, when he does that and exits a door, he becomes undetectable for quite a long time. I think it's around 10 seconds, so that's not too bad. But that's just his map traversability part of his power. The main part of his power is he has a fire axe that he can throw, similar to a hunter's hatchet. When you're relatively close, it does arc, but you'll still hit it. Whereas if they're far away, it arcs and then drops extremely fast, like an unknown blast. So you really have to get that arc properly to hit someone. When you hit someone, the axe gets embedded into their back and they become injured and broken. And if they are injured already and you hit them, then they just get down like a hunter's hatchet. Also, before we talk about what happens when the axe is in their back, if the axe hits the ground somewhere, it'll be stay in the ground until you have to, manually pick it up. Or I believe you can pick it up from around the map. But what it'll do is it'll kind of give out killer instinct if a survivor walks into its area of effect, as it's shattered into the ground, there's cracks on the ground, and it just has a bubble of an effect that, again, it reveals the location if a survivor walks by that. But going back, if, let's say, you are now injured because the axe hit you in your back and Springtrap catches up, again, we didn't actually pull this off because the bots just kept going through loops and dropping pallets, so we didn't get this before the game crashed. Apparently the PTB has been having big problems and crashing a lot. Makes sense. A lot of people are trying to play. Whatever, regardless, when you are injured and you have the axe in your back, when Springtrap gets close, he can just straight up grab you like a Wesker grab, or you grab off a generator or a pallet or anything, and he grabs the survivor, pulls them around, does a little jump scare thing, and then puts them right on your shoulder so that you can go ahead and hook them. Not bad, honestly, because again, instead of having to injure them a second time, you just get right into the pickup animation, which, then you can activate a whole bunch of different perks if you have pickup and, the backpack build perks, whatever. So that's pretty much his power, though. Like I said, map traversability, you can go through doors, and as survivors, you can use the doors as well for traveling, but also as security cameras to look for Springtrap. Springtrap becomes undetectable from leaving them, and then you have an axe that acts as a hunter's hatchet. When they're injured, they go down right away. When they're healthy, it gets embedded in their back, and then you can just grab them if you get close enough. Not bad. His Mori, I'm going to show really quick right here. It looks absolutely amazing. We went into the lobby afterwards, right after actually our game crashed, and then right after the Mori, literally like 2 seconds after, the entire thing crashed. So here's the Mori.
Hey, boss!
It looks freaking awesome. It's based right out of the movie. It looks good, I think. I think his perk is very unique. Of course, to Springtrap, there's always we never know what weapons he's used in the past. It's never really precise. But of course, in the movie and in the book, from when I made a video about around a month ago predicting Fnaf and whatnot, what weapon he used, I got it right. He used a knife. I really focused on the purple guy aspect more than Springtrap when I thought he would use, suits and stuff like a saw trap. I was completely wrong about that. Of course, he has an axe and as his main power. Completely wrong, so that's whatever. But, we got that right with his main weapon. I'm happy with that. I also got right that he had map traversability, although I thought it'd be vents. It's the doors. That's cool. No survivor, so we got that wrong. The map, of course, was Fnaf 1 with an outside location, so we got that right. It's pretty big. It has a shack, it has an outside stuff, but the main building is also absolutely massive. Definitely bigger than, say, the Dredge's house. It's bigger than that. It's bigger than the other map from the Garden of Joy realm there. I know that's the map. I'm just trying to think of the realm's name. But it's bigger than the movie theater as well. It's a really big main building. And then the outside is relatively small with the parking lot, and then, like I said, a shack and maybe one or two loops. But yeah, it's very, very nice. His perks are interesting. Once the door is someone's off a door, it'll just start going down instead. So I don't think we've ever had a door regress before, regress perk, but it regresses about like 50% of the speed, and it has like spark shootout to make it look like that it's regressing. You have a perk where every 60 seconds, once the survivor's in your terror radius, they scream like a jump scare and you see their aura for 2 seconds, which could probably be increased with Lethal Pursuer, of course. And his final perk is once you kick a gen, it's compromised like machine learning. Once that gen's done, for the next 60 seconds, you have a faster attack cooldown, similar to like Save the Best for Last stacks, by 25%. So that's not too bad. So you could stack that with Save the Best for Last, you could stack that with a whole lot of stuff, but that's not too bad. That's very interesting. I like that. So yeah, there's that. So yeah, there's his perks, there's his power, there's what the survivors can interact with, again with the little second space there. And finally, of course, we have all the add-ons, which do really interesting things, like when you hit someone with an axe, they're 20% faster, you're 20% faster, and all of a sudden, boom, it just, it's like a game of cat and mouse. That was the one that really stuck out to me that I thought was really cool. I'm going to really quickly be silent, and I'll let them pan across so you can read really quick here. There we go. So yeah, those are all the add-ons. Like I said, his power I think is actually really cool because again, while it isn't more purple guy, it's definitely more Springtrap-esque with the jump scare when you grab someone for when their axe is in their back, the map traversability that he does and whatnot. The security cameras really Fnaf style. I actually really like this, and I'm excited for June 17th is when he will come to PlayStation. So that is when I'll stream that day. I'm super excited. I'm like it's ready to go. We just gotta wait another like 2 weeks here, so 2 or 3 weeks. So. And one final quick thing, they also, in the live stream, they revealed some of the cosmetics, one being Glitch Trap, so we got that right, that's cool, it'll be a legendary skin, and then some FNAF AR skins, Clown Springtrap and Toxic Springtrap. I don't know too much about AR, so I just didn't guess that. They're also going to be t-shirts for some of the survivors, not too bad. They might have other stuff, I don't quite remember if they did say they didn't reveal at all. I'm going to guess that's probably all of it. So like I said, just some FNAF t-shirts and then the couple of skins for Springtrap there, plus the William Afton skin from the movie The Yellow Rabbit, so by Matthew Lillard. So yeah, that was cool. We got some of the skins right, some of them wrong, but that's unique. Without further ado, hope you guys did enjoy this little video here. Springtrap's finally in Dead by Daylight. Let's go. Hope you guys did enjoy nonetheless. Maybe leave a like, leave a nice comment down below. Maybe hit that subscribe button, tan that little bell, and I'll see y'all next time for some more Dead by Daylight X FNAF. Bye, everybody.